Right then, boys and girls, today I'm going to show you basically the area where I live. I moved to this area almost 19 years ago now. And I lived in a place called Nimbin, and one of the first things I did was I did a great big loop drive, because I wasn't a rider back then. Did a loop in the car of the area, and I remember thinking, wow, the place is just so scenic. You can stop basically anywhere on that loop and take a picture. But I'll show you the loop on the map so you get a rough idea of the size of it, etc. Probably now. So we're going to start at Lismore, and we're going to head out to Ballina, will be our first point of interest. It's a public holiday today, it's Australia Day, and that means there's double demerit points, so there won't be much speeding going on at all. Not that I ever do. But I just love rolling on through this bend here. It's just so much fun. So here we are in Ballina. Ballina has a few things going for it. Like, for instance, it's got a ferry across the river. The Richmond River, I believe, comes out here. It's quite a big river by the time it gets here. You catch the ferry over to, I think what's called East Ballina, which is a long peninsula. It's essentially a lot of holiday places on it, cabins and things like that. It's got beaches on the sea side of it, it's got some estuary beaches on the inside of it. It's quite a nice place to go. So there you go, that's the river. There's the little ferry. People coming off it. That's Ballina proper back up there. And the river goes out that way to the sea. This is the estuary up the other end there. Very pretty indeed. Fucking cycle all over the fucking lane, why don't you? I'll just go over here, shall I? Another thing Ballina has is a great big plastic prawn. There it is. It used to be part of a kind of a tourist information centre, and you could go up inside it. But that was all demolished a while ago. And Bunnings, the hardware people, you coming out or not? Well, I'm going first. Bunnings, the hardware people, rescued it and put it up on their new site, which is roughly where it used to be. So good on them for doing that. Well, it's got a couple of nice rivers that come out through it. This one here. Pretty cool. There's the kind of main riverside street of Ballina. Yeah, it's kind of pretty all this lot. It's almost a bit slow around here though. So this is where it gets pretty. I love it down here by the water. All the boats and things. It's lovely. There's a Naval and Maritime Museum there too, which is quite cool. I've been in there a couple of times. But here's the river. This is the estuary really. This is where the river joins the sea just up along here a bit further. So it's pretty cool. So another thing that Ballina has going for is lots and lots of beaches. Like those ones in the Serpentine River. The tide goes right out, you can basically walk all over there just about. There's the breakwater. And the end of Ballina Island, or East Ballina. Very nice indeed. I'll just give you a quick look at a couple of the beaches that are along here. One of them did feature in our one of our early videos with wifey and I together, called On the Beach, but I was still on the Kimco 125. I'll just work my way back. I had a lot of fun on that bike. There's some other nice little estuary beaches down in here. These are great places for people to take kids and that. No tides or rips. It's nice to see some trees around too. I don't like beaches myself too much because there's not much shade. But I have had melanoma, so I have to be careful. In places like this, you can come down and enjoy the beach and still protect yourself from the sun for most of the time. There we go. And I hit the ocean beaches. Little small one there by the Surf Lifesaving Club. Beautiful big long beach here. And it just basically keeps going. Almost all the way up through Lennox Head to Byron Bay. So that's the way we're going to head. We're going to go up the coast a little bit. And I'll show you some more of this kind of stuff. So this is Boulder Beach, a beautiful little break in the continuous sand that plagues this coast here. I think this is very pretty. Lovely spot. Yeah, another look at Flat Rock Beach. There's a much better view coming this way. This is Lennox Headland. You can go up there and look at the headland. I'll show you a view back to it in a bit. But that's Lennox Head down there, the little town. Those beaches basically go all the way up to Byron Bay, which is that furthest headland. It has a lighthouse on it, you won't see that. Anyway, I'm not going to climb up there today. I did it one other time in the summer. I was knackered by the time I finished. On we go. So this is Lennox Head. That's the headland I was talking about. I was up there about halfway up. This is a lovely spot to come, a really great walking beach. As you can see, it's the middle of summer holidays here. This is as crowded as it gets. You want a bit of peace and quiet, you just go about half a mile up the beach. You have it to yourself. Lots of surfing, you see dolphins, you see whales migrating. See all sorts of things. They used to think, until fairly recently, that the headland at Lennox Head was the most easterly point of Australia, but now they say it's Byron Bay, the point the lighthouse is on at Byron Bay. Now, I'm not going to do Byron Bay. It's going to be very slow to get through, very touristy at this time of year. It's basically just a big tourist town on a beautiful bay with millions of people. It's not really my cup of tea. So we're going to head inland now, fang up the highway a bit, and I'll probably see you at a place called Bar Pass, which is the old highway that's been bypassed, and it's a really fun biking road. Bit of Australia Day music there.